Hi, my name is Hillel. Hanging out here with my pal Jenny Lamb in our pandemic pods in the library in the Oracle Design Studios. We do a lot of that. I feel very lucky to have found this opportunity because around 3.5 years ago, Oracle came and said, hey, we really want to double down on the user experience. It's always been a priority. We've always cared about it, but we think there's an opportunity to not just have the best enterprise user experience, but leapfrog every enterprise user experience provided by every competitor and really deliver the best user experience, period. Not just enterprise level, but for consumers too. And that was really compelling and it was totally unexpected. I'd never expected Oracle to think that way, that they wanted to be as good or better than Apple, for example.
Hillel and I have been working together for about 20 years now. And when he started at Oracle, I was, first of all, a little confused. And then second of all, he called me every single day. He called me every single day for about 4 months. But it wasn't to sell me on Oracle. It wasn't to tell me and pitch me a job. What he was really telling me was the amazing maturity, the level of people who really wanted this and had this huge appetite for change, to transform from a products company to service company, and they were looking to design to help them do that. Hillel and I like to be really specific when we talk about our customers and our users, and that enterprise users are really no different from any other like consumer user, right? That they're just human beings. They have aspirations, they have goals, they have things they need to get done. And they expect this level of polish and professionalism that they get from, you know, the $1,000 supercomputer in your pocket.
Just to build on that, like, even before someone is trying to tell you that they have a solution to your problem, feeling like they understand that problem and understand your job and what you're trying to do, that's the first step, feeling heard and respected. So I love when you talk about that. And then I think once you've done that, once you've established that relationship and that commitment to listening and learning, I think then you can deliver a solution that meets their needs and hopefully helps them get the job done. And then finally, and I think this is also a little bit new, especially in the enterprise space, we care deeply not just about did they accomplish their task, but, and this may sound obvious, but it really isn't, how do they feel after they accomplish their task? Do they feel good? Because at the end of the day, that's why we're here. We're here not just to help them accomplish something, for they feel good using our technology, our services, our software to accomplish that task and tell their friends. Like, yeah, I used Oracle's technology to do this and it was a great experience and you should too.
When I think about our discipline of user experience design, how it's evolved over the years, I mean, it was born out of, you know, classical design, which, you know, you design a pillow or a chair or a table and it's done and it's perfect and you ship it. But like it, as a user experience today, dealing with all this data, all these different types of users, we're never done. We're constantly like iterating and learning from those experiences.
It sounds simple, and I will confess to you that when Jenny and I first got to Oracle and started saying that we wanted our users or customers to fall in love with Oracle one interaction at a time, I was a little nervous saying that. You know, Oracle is an icon, industrial strength technology company, serious, big sophisticated company with sophisticated solutions, and to use the word love, I almost worried that they were gonna laugh at me a little bit, but nobody did. And then the other part of that is to fall in love with us one interaction at a time. And to me, what that's about is it's acknowledging that we have made this transformation from being a products company to a service company, and that we need to earn that love, that respect, that appreciation every day with every touch point, right? It only takes one experience that's not great to dig a hole for ourselves that we gotta then spend a long time digging out of. So having that kind of cultural transformation inside the company to focus on every nuance, every detail, and like Jenny said, to keep evolving, keep adapting, that's really critical.
The thing about being a designer, very similar to the HR profession, is that it's all about people. And people are always changing, which makes it really, really interesting. And the relationship with technology is always changing. And so you're having to always kind of adapt and evolve and listen and learn.
I love that you said that. I hadn't thought about it until today, that really, being an HR professional and being a designer, there are a lot of similarities. And this, constant adaptation to situations like having to work at home, having to be 6 feet apart, coming back to work, that keeps the job incredibly interesting. I would point to our employee experience platform and Journeys, for example. This is this new capability we have, this Journeys Launchpad, that really takes some very complex situations and changing situations for employees, like whether they've just hit a career milestone, or they've just had a child, or a change in marital status, or whatever it is, and then brings together a journey across our tools and services to help them update their information, get resources, learn and adapt to their situation. And I love that the employee experience platform is designed to grow with each HR department and give them opportunities to innovate. So I think I kind of love that we're almost on this journey together, of innovating and adapting for employees. That's both Oracle designing and creating the software and services, and the HR professionals who use it and create the experiences for their employees.
One thing I love about the experience platform and Journey specifically is that it mirrors a lot of our own values that we're working on here at Oracle, and that is to be more human-centered, right? We pay attention to those peak moments in someone's career, and maybe even the low moments too, right? And make sure that they're really well taken care of at work.
I think when you choose a technology partner, especially in the HCM space, we talked about how the world is constantly changing and employee experiences are constantly changing. We need to adapt to it. That you need to be in constant refinement mode, constant redesign mode, and that's difficult. We don't want to change the experience on people all the time and cause them to have retraining, but we do want to keep investing. We do want to keep refining. We do want to keep simplifying and streamlining and polishing.
When we first got to Oracle, we did hundreds of hours of listening sessions around the company, and what we reduced down from many, many layers are some values that we think are important to keep in mind at every interaction someone has with Oracle. And those are around being human, and we're not just this faceless entity, that they're actually human beings here that care about what they do and passionate and care about the end user. And that should come across in every interaction. We also deal with very complex and big sets of data, big companies, lots of people, and that complexity should feel sophisticated. It shouldn't feel hard. It should adapt to the way the users are thinking about, their mental model, not the way the system thinks about it. So we think that there's this aspect of sophistication that comes from developing and designing the types of experiences we're working on. There's this aspirational quality where this positivity and elevatedness of the experience should feel great. People should aspire to do something or feel empowered to do something a certain way. And then lastly, intelligence. And that's just being proactive and smart, anticipating needs of the users. Those are the types of things that we think about.
Yeah, and I would just add on to that. I think everyone knows Oracle is the data company, and we use data to bring all of those values to life, especially things like being sophisticated. Like, we do incredibly sophisticated analyses of data, give you sophisticated visualizations, let you do very powerful calculations and projections. And then also on intelligence, that's what the more data we have, the more intelligent predictions, recommendations, and insights we can provide in the experience. So I really think like these 4 values, they're not just pulled off a shelf, they're really things that I think inherently we can own and be different, have a differentiated offering on, and be really compelling, especially versus the competition.